what's going on, people?
What's up? This is another New Black World Order TV Productions. I got my man Ali out here. What's your attribute for the New Black World Order audience, and what is our subject?
Brother Alchemy Auasar Ali, and the subject is the court building.
Okay, John Marshall Court Building.
John Marshall Court Building, or the court.
Well, what's the metaphysical breakdown or the science of what they doing in the courtroom today?
I mean, well, really, they practicing witchcraft. They hexing you. They throwing a hex.
Okay.
You can even check out the way a courtroom is set up. They basically managing a trust account. That's all they doing. It's a bank.
Okay, go in on that. You mind going in?
As far as how that works, anybody who has a birth certificate born in United States corporation, so-called, you can't be born in a corporation because it's paperwork.
Right.
Corporation is nothing but paperwork.
Okay.
But a corporation can't cross the line between the living and the non-living. So what they got to do is, when you're born, maritime, it's falling under maritime law of the sea. They're basically saying that you're lost at sea.
Right.
So you're basically considered dead.
Right.
So that's how they cross that line, and how they get you to agree with it and you fall into the hex is, they get you to agree to it. They get you to agree to the count. They get you to agree to that all capital letter trust name.
Okay.
So what you got to do is, you got to notify them. Commercial affidavit. It's going back since the dawn of time.
Right, right.
You notify my paperwork of your status, living, breathing, proper persona, sub juris. This is letting you know that you're competent, that you're not dead, you're not a corpse, you're not black. I know people call themselves black, but black, you know, when you trace it back, it's root. And Tamaji, black means pale. You only pale when you're dead. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't dead.
Okay.
So this is how they trap you in. They trap you into this spell. The spell's nothing but words. It's a play on words.
Okay.
It's a play on the mind. What you gotta do is you gotta go in there and represent yourself. You gotta learn. You gotta learn that Constitution. You got to learn it.
Okay, you gotta learn civics.
Gotta learn civics.
Okay.
What they did was, back in the 1800s, they replaced civics with social studies.
Okay.
Social studies is nothing but a lie.
Okay.
Social studies is
a well-organized.
a well-organized lie. You know?
And unorganized truth every time.
So this is what they did. They only did that because they had to pull the people away from civics. Civics. Break down. Civilized.
Okay. In the civilized earth.
In the civilized earth. So they pulled us away from that, and that's why my people are not acting civilized.
Right.
Because we've been pulled away from civics. We're learning.
And that's why they are no longer the civilized earth.
The ills, the bays, the Alis, the days.
Right.
Under God, under the stars, people of the stars. We're not them people anymore. We're running around claiming an adjective. People are not crowns.
We are no longer in Ilion.
No.
We are fell from being on high.
All high. We fell so far.
Right.
And a lot of people say, oh, racism this, racism that. It doesn't exist. It's another spell.
Okay.
But it exists for the black man. You want to know why? Because the black man's an adjective. He can't have rights of living beings.
And therefore, he can't get any justice in that courtroom.
He can't get any justice in
Which is our subject.
Which is our subject. Justice.
Okay.
You're dealing with justice, there has to be a victim. If there's no victim, there's no justice to be administered.
Okay.
Justice is only can live in the realm of the living.
Okay.
If they charge you with something, there's no victim, there's no justice there. It's a code being enforced, an ordinance being enforced. If you don't work at Walmart, you ain't gonna follow Walmart rules, are you?
No, sir.
Walmart's a corporation. Same thing with the United States, state of Virginia, state of anywhere. State U.S. corporation, state court, dead.
Right. So, explaining that to the people, like when they travel through these different counties, they'll see a sign. You are entering the corporation of Ashland.
You're in the corporation of Ashland. You're entering the corporation, or you'll hear county of Henrico. Henrico is a territory. That's the land.
Okay.
The of part, which tries to connect the dead to the land. It's a suffix.
Okay.
They're trying to connect the dead to the land. And it gets you to claim it. Because when they ask you, a cop stop, a privateer, let's not call him a police officer, he's not a sheriff. He wasn't voted for by the people. When a privateer stops you, he's only enforcing codes and statutes. He just want to make sure that you're the property and you claim it. You say, I live in the county of Henrico.
Because they derive their powers by way of what?
Consent. Police by consent.
Sign here, sir.
Sign here and you do it. I said the best thing you do when you get caught by a cop is don't give him nothing, no information.
Don't sign that.
Stand there and be quiet. Don't sign nothing.
Right.
He asks you for your ID, say, nah, I just choose not to do business with you.
Because without the procedure or the principle called the law of merchant, he can't do business.
He can't do business. He has to have your information. He has to have your bond information.
Right.
That bonds you to this system.
Look at that bond again.
Look at that bond again. Blood bond. Our brothers used to do blood bond.
Right,
They cut
right,
it in blood
right,
bond. That's
right,
a bond.
right.
It's a spell. So if you don't provide that bond information, he only got up to 10. And even if they take you in, don't give them your fingerprints either. That's yours.
Right.
Police by consent. You had a right to be like, nah, I don't want to give my fingerprint. Nah, I don't want to take no picture. You had a right to just sit there. They only go hold you for 10 days without being charged.
Right.
And they can't charge you without the bond information.
Right. Look at that charge again.
Look at that charge, that energy.
Yeah.
That energy, and that's what they're trying to suck. They vampires. They're trying to suck your energy.
Okay.
They suck from the working man. The only way they can have collateral for what they're doing, they have to have living beings doing it for them.
Right. By way of consent.
So deny consent. Don't give them your name. Matter of fact, you need to get a name and start honoring your forefathers and your mothers.
Because isn't that what the founding fathers of America told the British? We no longer consent.
We no longer consent. You need to change it. Now I ain't gonna say name, because name is another quote unquote titles. Living beings have titles.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You need to start going by your title. Stop giving everybody your bond information. It is an account. Everybody's trying to get.
Because we already practice that in the street. We give a street name.
You give a street name. Same thing with these people.
Right.
It's no different.
Right.
It is no different. Not give these people
but
your
you
name.
get a government, your government.
You give them your government, and they happy with it.
Hey, but you won't give it to the person in the street who can't even touch you or impact you the way those guys.
They can.
Right.
Average brother in the street don't know about a commercial lien. What the IRS do.
Okay.
You can write a lien.
Well, go in on that, brother. What you mean by that?
A lien, you
break it down for those.
Liens deal with UCC, commercial. Commercial goes back down the time. It's a private agreement.
Okay.
And
law merchant.
Law merchant. Mm-hmm. When you write this private agreement, you send it to someone. You put in all the rules and the facts in that private agreement or whatever agreement that you're engaging into, whatever it may be. It can be anything.
So that's going to be a binding document.
It's going to be a bond. It's going to be a binding document. And when somebody sends you a commercial agreement, just like when you get a bill for Dominion Power, you get a bill from the IRS, they're sending you a lien. Child support, same principle. When child support sends you a bill, so-called, saying that you owe them this, they give you 10 days to respond, you need to respond. And have the law and the facts that say that you don't have to pay that.
So you can kill them with paperwork.
You can kill them with paperwork. Pen is mightier than the sword. And legal maxims, ancient maxims, goes back to the dawn of time. If you don't rebut, you agree.
Right, because silence is
agreement. It's a coincidence.
Right.
It means you agree.
Right.
So when you get that bill, you be like, oh, I ain't paying that. You just agreed.
That's what Martin Luther King Jr. said. He said, your silence kills me more than my enemies.
And when brothers be like, man, we supposed to have the right to bear arms. Congress passed that bill, that agreement, and the people didn't rebut.
So now
you got to rebut.
Right.
But the thing is, they don't have no claim because they don't have your signature.
Right.
But it's going to stand until the people rebut.
Because you're silent.
Because you're silent.
And
you allow them to do it.
Silence again is agreement.
Government ain't, well, no, not the government, corporation. The people is the government.
It seems that in the street we know these principles on a certain level.
Already.
Right?
On a certain level.
Right. A dude run up on you and say, run that pack, and you don't rebut, he's going to do it again.
He's going to do it again. You got to rebut. The first who leaves the battlefield loses.
Right. By default.
By default. Same thing with a commercial lien. You send somebody a lien. The judge violates your rights. Constitutional rights.
You don't rebut?
The Constitution really is for them.
Right.
It's for the corporation or the people who work for the corporation.
Right. In order to have say-so
in order to have say-so and authority. They got to have a delegation of authority, or they need to have these things. This is in the agreement. The Constitution is a contract. That's what it is. It's a lien. Mm-hmm. You have to enforce it. The people have to enforce it. If you waiting for these police officers and these judges and these prosecutors to enforce it, you wasting your time.
Right.
This was a country based on a government, a monarchy government, where it's policed by the people. If you're not willing to write a lien, you can write a lien on the judge who violates your rights. Send it to him. She's not going to rebut it, especially if you're using the principles of law, the Constitution. She can't rebut it because she knows it's true. Give her 10 days, give her 15 days, whatever you decide. It's private agreements, whatever you decide. In the 15 days is up, you send her a notice with the lien again. Well, with the commercial claim.
The affidavit.
The affidavit.
Okay.
Giving her notice, give her time. Or he.
Right. To respond.
To respond.
Right.
Give them another 10 days. They don't respond. They still not responding. You can send a default. Default is a judgment.
Because now they're silent.
Now they're silent. And once you send that default, you send the default with the lien. Putting the lien on their property. Use a UCC financing statement. Put their name, because you're doing the same thing they do to you. Take their name, you write it in a UCC agreement, and you transfer their property to you because they owe you.
Right.
You put a lien on them. Then you can sell that to the IRS. The IRS don't give a fuck about nobody. They don't give a fuck about them judges, them cops, or nobody.
Right.
You write a lien and it's firm ground, the IRS gonna enforce it. You can sell it to them for $1,000. You don't care. You're just trying to cause even the playing field.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And that's how you do that. You can sell it to a bank. A bank will take it and they'll enforce that lien. You can apply a levy. Go down to the sheriff's office, let them know you got a lien. Apply a levy to them, go repossess their property. Same thing the IRS do, same principle. The government and the people in this country are equal. That means anything they're doing, you can do. Make it happen. That's the only way we're gonna get this country back to where it's supposed to be. And learn this civics, man.
Right, civics is important.
I don't mind we calling each other black amongst each other. But black is an adjective. We are not crowns. It's an adjective. People are not, proper nouns. We learned this in 3rd grade. Person, place, or thing. It's a spell. Okay. Now, you're amongst your brothers, you call each other black, that's cool, because we ain't trying to harm each other like that.
Right.
When you dealing with these people, you dealing with these corps, you gotta go by principle.
Well, that's kind of good because that's what I was wondering, because, you know, they have some more who are just outright, they're not going to deal with the word black at all, even among the people. You know, and I think that's a little too dogmatic.
It is extreme.
Right.
It is extreme.
Right.
You know, we're trying to bring the people back from the spell. Our people on the spell. Witchcraft. I know y'all, a lot of people don't believe witchcraft is real. You ain't gotta believe in it. It works. It's a play on the mind. It's mental.
Right.
Everything is mental. This whole realm is mental. The womb of the mind.
Real word, mind science.
Mind science. It's a play on the mind. If I can control your mind, I can control you. Why you think they want a TV, an idiot box in everybody's houses?
Right, this is mind science.
Inception. Y'all all seen the movie Inception with Leonardo DiCaprio?
That's my favorite joint.
Read between the lines. They do that for real.
Right.
It's over-exaggerated, but that's what they do. The things you watch on TV is real. Especially cartoons. Watch your kids. Teach your kids the occult. You gotta introduce your kids into the occult, man. And don't forget that religious stuff. I know you might be Christian, might be Muslim. You gotta introduce your kids into the hidden, because that's what a cult means, the hidden.
Right.
A demon is only a roadblock to hide you from the treasure.
Okay.
That's it. You gotta introduce your kids into a cult. These cartoons, SpongeBob, G.I. Joe, no one is half the battle.
Right.
SpongeBob and all that, they introducing your kids to a cult on a level. The kids are smarter than y'all.
I know. Look, I'm gonna ask. Let me show you how smart my child is. Watch. Heaven. I'm gonna ask you a question. If you had a picture of your mother and a picture of your father and a picture of white Jesus, which one is more important?
My mother.
Thank you.
Indeed. Y'all worshiping this. I'm gonna switch the subject. You know, I'm just ranting. I got this spirit.
It's all right. Yeah, I know. That's why I can
y'all
the camera.
worshiping this image, man. This so-called image. This so-called God, man. We're all gods. We all fell from the stars.
Right.
But worship is energy. Whoever created that image, it's all witchcraft. It's all play on the mind. Whoever created that energy or whoever created that image that you're worshiping, you're going to give that energy to. The Council of Nicaea, Constantine created that image.
We got to give them back that God.
You got to give it back to him. Worship your mother, your father.
Let me show you. This is my son. He's got his new Black World Order work shirt on. The up-and-coming CEO in this company. If you had a picture of your mother and a picture of your father and a picture of white Jesus, which one is unimportant? Is unimportant.
Jesus.
Thank you, sir. Which one is important?
Your mother.
And next to your mother?
Your father.
Thank you, sir. All right?
And another thing, you know, I'm not going to down the sisters. I love my sisters. I don't care what they do. I love them. They the mothers of the planet. They the mothers of humanity.
I don't love everything they do.
I don't love everything
they do. But I agree they are the mothers of the
planet. They are the mothers.
Right,
don't agree with everything they do.
Some of our women,
man, let's talk about that.
Are made to be destroyed.
Look, man.
Some of them.
I hear a lot of sisters
complain. I know y'all gonna get at me about that, but I got some information on why I said that.
I hear a lot of sisters complain about the brothers and the way we treat y'all. But we were raised by y'all.
Say that again.
We were raised by y'all. I see a lot of sisters.
Say that again.
We were raised by y'all. Think about it, even in ancient times, kings always travel. A lot of times they wasn't there. This is not new that's going on. It's under a different perspective and energy and paradigm, but it's nothing new. The mothers tended to the land and tended to the kids and the raising of the kids and the principles and instilled that in them.
Right.
I see sisters disrespect each other and shame each other on the street right in front of their son. Then you'll get mad when a black man did it, but you taught him that.
Yeah.
Or a little young Moor do it. You taught him that.
Subliminally.
Oh, look at that stank pepper, how she dressed. Come on, man. Stop worrying about how people dress, as long as they ain't hurting nobody.
Or talking about his daddy.
Or talking about his daddy. You implanting all them into him. You gotta cure yourself here first. Stop hating. Stop hate. Just deal with love, man. But deal with it in a way where you don't let nobody hurt you. I'm not gonna tell you that. Be balanced.
Right.
Deal with love, but if somebody transgress, you stop that transgression.
And we not trying to act like, sister, that we don't know that some of you were brutally molested when you were children. By your mothers, or your father's uncles.
Even the males.
Right.
It's going on, because we're savages now.
Right.
We're not civilized anymore.
Exactly. I was molested as a child.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's happening. Look at the times we living in. Look at the paradigm and the spells that we live in.
Right, yeah. I know why I
we
say
acting like Romans.
There are some women out here that are sick.
We acting like troglodyte niggas.
Yeah.
And they calling themselves a white man. Look, I'm a white man. You wanna know why? White is a legal status. Sovereign.
Okay.
That's what white means.
Right. So you don't literally mean that you're a pale-skinned white man.
No, those are Europeans.
Yeah.
Let's call troglodyte niggas. Those are the real niggas.
Okay.
They were living in caves.
Okay.
They didn't know how to bathe themselves. They didn't know how to tend to their women. They would club their woman over the head and do what they do.
We're the Flintstones.
Ignorant. He didn't have to do that.
He had a gay old time.
Eating each other. Why?
Yeah.
They was in the caves.
Right.
They had to eat each other.
Right.
Somebody died. Look, we gonna eat him. Then they try to make it seem like our ancestors was doing that. Why? We down in Africa, everything growing wild. You can eat what you need.
Right. We could have got a
Read between the lines.
giraffe burger.
Anything.
A Tyrannosaurus Rex burger.
Peanuts.
That's what my man said. He said.
Growing wild. So and a lot of this information is hidden, man, but you can't hide nothing from the universe, man. You are the universe in the flesh. It's there. The common sense is there. All you gotta do is read between the lines. And we all done it.
Right.
I mean, when I was younger, I used to look around like, this shit just don't seem right.
Right.
It just ain't right. And it's resonant with you, some more than others. Ancestors are coming back.
You done grown a lot, brother, since when I first met you.
Oh, yeah, man.
What is about 2008?
2010.
Yeah. You know, I've been out here in these streets a long time.
Long time, man. Yeah. And it's changing. These youngins that's coming back, these star seeds, these indigos and these stars, they are the ancestors coming back, man. That's why they have way more lives than a lot of us have now.
Okay.
They do, because they're coming back.
All right. We're going to take a break. Hold. No doubt, King.
Alchemy Auasar, we down here with the brother, standing in front of the courthouse and just break down the metaphysical with everything that's going on, man. It's a lot of, this stuff is deep. We can talk about it for hours, man, but it's what the people need to know.
Right, we were talking about the woman, and
woman,
and the things that they've been through. The things that explain why they come at us from certain angles sometimes.
Oh, well, so you got to understand Willie Lynch and what we went through with that. Well, with the sisters, psychological damage on both sides, but mainly for the sisters to see their warriors killed in front of them. And you got to understand the metaphysics of a woman. The metaphysics of a woman, or the feminine energy, is just a survival energy. Just like the universe. The universe is survival.
Right.
That's why it's always adapted and
eternal.
It's eternal. It's survival. And that's the nature of a woman. That's why they fall up under this system, because this system is quote-unquote protecting. It's really not, but from what they see, the system is providing for them welfare building is right there, because the men aren't, or their men aren't.
Okay.
I can tell you, brothers, man, if y'all started taking care of your sister, if you have a child with a sister, take care of her. Then she wouldn't run to them. I promise you. The average sister, because they're natural. It's their instincts. If you take care of them properly, the way you're supposed to,
right,
they won't run to the system. They'll start to swing back into our favor. The reason why the system is so hard is they're using our women against us.
Right.
Because they understand the metaphysics of a woman. Brothers don't.
Right.
All that.
They understand the metaphysical manifestation of a universe too.
Of the universe too.
And therefore she's caught up in that gravitational.
She's caught up in it. And a lot of our sisters don't have the metaphysics either. They don't understand what's going on either.
So it's up to us men to
bring them back.
Right. Because like you take a plane, it's already affected by the Earth's gravity.
Exactly.
But if that plane moves fast enough and go on a loop, You can take a glass of water, it'll turn upside down. Because it created its own gravitational pull, within a gravitational pull, it now has its own paradigm. And that's what you meant when you said, if we was to do what we were supposed to do, she would not be caught up.
She would not.
Well, I'm not going to use the word fall in line.
No.
Right. Because that's from out of the old paradigm of all matriarchal thinking.
She would adjust. Naturally.
She would work in harmony with
She would work in harmony with you.
Right.
It wouldn't be no strife.
She wouldn't have to show us her power by resisting.
Exactly.
She wouldn't have to show us her power.
She's strong more than us.
Because she's strong.
We need them.
Right.
Keep it real. They need us.
Because life without her is miserable.
Miserable. We need her. I'm telling you, you gotta, a lot of y'all brothers, man, y'all gotta let go of that patriarchal mind frame too. A lot of
Right. And even some of us that got rid of a lot of it is still a residual.
It's still a residual.
I can admit that.
Exactly.
My wife tell me that all the time.
Oh, yeah, she tell me too.
It's still there.
And I don't trip with my queen remind.
I was like, I've been practicing it for like 40 years.
Exactly.
I've been practicing that for like 40 years. It's not gonna go away in one day.
One day.
Right.
It's not. But just let her, no way by shape form, I mean, not be a man. Sometimes you have to put your foot down.
Sometimes you got to stand up.
Exactly. But you can put it down in a way where it's still caring.
And it edifies.
Exactly.
Right.
She don't feel like you're trying to dominate her.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just that somebody has to be in charge at that moment.
You don't gotta.
And it's not about male or female.
Exactly.
Right. When I say being in charge, it's not about a gender-oriented control or dominance or being in control. But because if the situation comes where she has to be in charge,
exactly,
let her be in charge.
Let her be in charge.
Right. And I don't want to. Let me take that word away. Let again. You see how these words let fall in line. It's still in our psychology to some degree.
Some degree. It is.
Yeah.
And it's just we just breaking the spell.
Right.
Allow it, man.
Right.
Allow it. And let's keep it real. Some of our women are more logical than some of these dudes out here now.
True indeed. I got a very logical wife.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say, still be a man. Be that warrior. Be who you are. Let your actions show.
Right.
She will see your actions and she'll be like, all right. And if you're righteous, especially if you're a righteous brother,
right.
Even if she don't agree, she gonna see you moving it. Say you're having an argument with your wife, she might be doing something you don't like. Tell her you don't like it, she's arguing and bickering. You can just be quiet and continue to still walk in that path or that righteousness that you're walking in. She's gonna see that and be like, she's gonna respect it.
Just don't ask her what's wrong.
Don't ask her what's wrong.
Because sometimes she don't know.
She don't even know. Because they go into that well of despair sometimes.
Notice we said sometimes.
She don't know. But sometimes she
in some sisters.
There's some sisters.
Right.
Because you got some strong
Not a universal indictment.
Exactly. You can't think like that. You get hate out. Let me tell you about hate. Metaphysics of hate.
And revenge.
And revenge.
It's a low vibration.
It's a low vibration, brother.
You can try to make it positive.
But you can't.
But you can't. Because with revenge, the only change you're making is a 360-degree
baby. It's gonna come back.
And when you look down at your feet, you're in the same spot where you started off at.
A lot of y'all brothers, man, like I said, me and the brother, we talked about black. Black is an adjective. I don't mind brothers saying it.
Right.
But no, when to say amongst your brothers is cool, but...
Right, because this is New Black World Order TV.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
So, but you gotta understand that term in the aspect of, it's a spell on that too.
Right.
Whereas black history is only slave history.
Right, because mysticism is basically definition.
Definition.
And it's called, the defining is a miseducation.
Miseducation.
So if I was to accept the definition that Europeans have given according to science on the word black, I would be in a spell.
I'd be in a spell.
I can't accept that definition.
What do you think about black history?
Well,
black history is...
Black history in America is a prepackaged.
Exactly.
Prearranged.
Prearranged.
Right? Selected.
Selected.
Right?
It definitely is.
Plot to define to you what is black and what is
Our history goes way beyond black history, brother.
Right.
It's like, the reason why, I don't mind people calling me black, especially my people and stuff like that, but if somebody else say it, I correct them.
Right.
That's just to let them know. Because black history is only really slave history.
True indeed.
Now when you're going into Kemet, you talking about Moors of the land, you trace that word back to Nubians, or Cushites, or Ethiopians.
Ebos, Khoi,
you would have seen them now, you would call them black. Yeah.
Because of the definition you have in this modern paradigm.
Right within this paradigm.
Right.
Black history is slave history. That's why we still have this defeated attitude. Me and the brother don't have it because we understand that metaphysics.
Right.
But a lot of the brothers and sisters who don't have it, they still have that slave mentality. They defeat it. They complain about the system. The system ain't doing nothing that you don't allow them to do. Everything is consent in commercial. Everything is consent. So you're consented to it.
Right.
You're consented to being called black. You're consented to the laws and not laws. That's another play on words.
Right. We give power to the beast.
You give power to the beast, man. He's sucking your energy. Vampire movies.
Right.
We all watch it. Living Dead. That is real.
Yeah, that's real.
It's exaggerated.
Right.
But it's real.
But it's a mythos to describe an actual science that's being applied to you.
Science being played to you, man. You gotta wake up, read, man, and learn how to read. Entomology, study that.
Okay.
Oxford Dictionary.
Get one.
Any dictionary that's old.
Black Law Dictionary.
Black's Law Dictionary.
Get that.
Get that.
The Art of War by Sun Tzu.
Art of War by Sun Tzu.
Get that.
Even get the one by 50.
Right.
Because 50 is an intelligent brother.
The war tactics of Queen Hatshepsut.
Exactly.
Get that.
Get it.
Yeah.
Get it. Understand tactics. Once you understand tactics, it's not always physical. It's more mental than physical.
Right. And even the physical is mental.
Even the physical is mental. You know, get your body right. Eat right. Electric foods, man. And you know what? I be out here eating, y'all wouldn't believe, man. I be out here eating stuff off the ground. Grass is edible.
Okay.
Dandelions is edible.
Yeah, because when I be looking at this TV show, you ever seen this TV show called Naked and Afraid?
Yeah.
Where the people stay out there 21 days.
21 days.
And I be like, it's so much green foliage around them and they looking for food because they don't know the science of what to eat or what's in front of them.
Not to eat.
What's right in front of you can edify you.
But
for the lack of knowledge, you starve to
death. All
death.
around you, man. Probably go out in your backyard. If I'm canning in your backyard, I could probably show you so many different things you can eat, man. Instead of going to the supermarket buying these hybrids,
man,
nothing wrong with it.
My old lady, my wife, she get ready to go through different parts of the earth and study what can be eaten.
What can be eaten.
And you must add this knowledge into your emergency kit, right? We talk about getting an emergency kit, stored up food, candles, radios,
sun,
batteries.
Earth is mother.
Right.
Provides everything you need, medicine. Whatever you need. Some of this food is food and it's medicinal.
All you need to do is look, listen, observe,
all
and
you
respect.
People walking around with allergies saying, oh, I'm allergic to pollen. Pollen's of the earth.
Right.
It's natural. How you allergic to pollen? It's because you're not putting it in your body.
Right.
And your body, you probably never put it in your body.
Right.
And your body thinks it's a foreign matter and it's trying to fight it off.
It's not desensitized.
You really don't have allergies.
Right.
You just haven't introduced the mother into your body.
And you're having a reaction.
You're having a reaction. Disease. This just means your body's in a state of disease. Dis-ease.
Right.
Uncomfortable. Uncomfortable.
Right.
How do you make your body comfortable? We have an alkaline system. You want to keep your body as alkaline as you can. What did we learn in school? Acidic, alkaline.
That pH.
7 is neutral. You want to keep it on the alkaline side.
Right.
You don't want to be eating too much meat. Meat is acidic. It will make you sick.
Mm-hmm.
It will give you cancer. It will give you AIDS. AIDS is curable. Yes.
Okay.
If you're applying the right foods and the alkaline foods from the earth that's to keep you alkaline, disease can't grow in an alkaline system.
Okay.
It's been proven.
Go in on that.
It can't grow in an alkaline stagnates it. And then you know how the universal principle, I know the brother knows anything that's not moving will die.
Right.
So if you feeding this, even with parasites, a lot of people got parasites in their body. Parasites don't like alkalinity. You will shit them parasites out if you're eating properly.
Okay.
But if you keep feeding it dead, because meat is dead, bread is dead, it's not living, there's no life in it.
Right.
Your cells need life. If you're feeding stuff that's going to give it life, it will be able to fight it off. It will be able to boost your immune system. You won't get old as fast. You know gorillas live to 180 years old?
Say word.
And they only eat plants, shrubs. They eat insects, but insects a lot. They eat it alive. So learn that, man. And we all learned it. We all learned it in school about alkalinity, pH scale. Your body works on the pH scale too.
Okay.
So it's all about implementing that knowledge back into our people, man. And that's the only thing that's killing us. It's not the so-called white man. I say so-called because we just broke that down. Or the so-called European.
Right.
Or the so-called this or the so-called system or the so-called that. We're being subjugated or subjects because we don't understand what's going on. Or we do understand what's going on. We're not
On
overstanding.
a street level, we
on
understand.
the street level, we understand.
But somehow we don't seem to apply those laws when it
The
comes
principles.
to the European and his
The
government.
principles. It's the same principle. And it's crazy because it's the principles they learned from our ancestors.
Right,
We taught them everything they know.
right.
They were up in Europe getting sick, living with their animals, corralling, sleeping with their animals, catching diseases.
Right.
We had to go up there through the Renaissance era and clean them up. And I want to talk about the Renaissance era.
Okay.
I know a lot of brothers be like, oh, I don't listen to that symphony music.
The scale.
I don't listen
The
to
notes.
that. The notes.
That's science.
We did that.
Right, that's science.
We brought that to them.
Right. Because remember, our people have a science of healing through tone.
Through tones. Through tones. The violin.
Right,
The harp, which is a piano.
right,
You know what I mean? And it's shaped like a heart.
right.
You never looked at why they call it that? It's shaped the piano. The grand piano is shaped like a heart.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta understand these principles, man. Just like with the avocado. Anything is out in nature too. Just like the avocado. The avocado is shaped like the woman's womb.
Yeah.
You eat the avocado, that's what whatever it's shaped like, it's gonna help.
That yoni.
That yoni.
Yeah.
These are principles, man. And we just lost track of these principles. We started the Renaissance era. We went up into Europe and cleaned them people up.
Right.
And they're our brothers. They were created, but they still our brothers. But they have to be grafted back in. They have to be. I know I hear a lot of brothers and sisters like, don't mess with them.
Yeah, they
Don't
got
mess with
different
them.
opinions on that.
You got to grab. The nature is ordained that. It ain't about what I think. It ain't about what you think. They have to be grafted back in. They went through something probably in a past life where they were brought back as this troglodyte. They made it because karma goes through past lives. We all had past lives.
Well, you know, a lot of people listen to our videos from different perspectives and different more. You know, a lot of them might disagree with you.
They might, but it's all right.
It's all right.
Because I gotta speak the truth. It ain't about what I think. It ain't about what nobody thinks. It's the truth. They have to be grafted back in. We don't graft them back in, they ain't going nowhere. They have minus
When you
birth
say
rate right
grafted
now.
back in, what do you mean?
They gotta go through the
Breed with them? Breed them out?
Breed them out.
Like actually, didn't we try that before? When we created the PRL?
Yeah.
So what did that do to us? Set us back there.
Set us back a little bit.
So why should we try that again? Should we run after that white pussy one more time?
It's not definitely necessarily, well, I ain't necessarily saying run after it.
I'm not getting one.
Oh no, I'm not getting one either.
Enjoy yourself.
Enjoy yourself. I'm not getting one either. But I'm just saying, for the brothers who do.
Right, right.
It's a metaphysical principle behind that. That's the only way they're gonna get grafted back in.
Okay.
That's the only way they're gonna become original again. We created them.
Okay.
I know y'all know the Yakub story. We created them.
Yeah, I do, but I disagree with the Yakub story though.
To some degree, but you gotta really originally understand what the white woman was created for. They was created as concubines. They were slaves.
Okay, I heard that before.
That's why they love the black phallus like they do.
I knew they were slaves, and I heard different opinions on why they were slaves.
Why they were slaves.
Right.
They were slaves. Created by our mothers.
Well, you know, are you talking about the Anunnaki story, creating the humans for slave labor? That's what you're talking about?
Creating the humans for slave labor.
All right. And then that labor rebelled against us, though.
They later rebelled against us, the Eastern Stars. It goes back into their principles, too. And they rebelled. They wanted to have their own. They wanted to do their own thing.
Okay.
Which is natural. And now we're actually going through that karma now.
Okay.
The universe works on karma, and karma is not a punishment. It's just...
It's an energy ritual. What goes around comes around.
It's a principle. What goes around comes around. And we're just... Now we're the nigga. They was the nigga, the troglodyte. Now we're acting like that nigga. And they're white men.
Now we're the enslaved.
So... I mean, I'm not saying for the brothers who don't decide, I'm not gonna do it either. I love my sisters.
Okay, me neither.
But
you know?
for the brothers who do, I ain't knocking. I understand the metaphysics behind it.
Yeah, I'm not. You know, as far as the new black world order, we do not accept your opinion.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna switch it up. How important is nationality now? How does us getting free have anything to do with nationality?
It has everything to do with it.
Okay. And the second question is, if nationality was important, did we have nationality when they took us out of power?
Yeah.
So again, how important is nationality today of getting us free if it couldn't stop us from going into slavery?
Nationality.
You understand my question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Human beings have nationality.
Okay. So you can be taken into slavery while having a nationality.
Oh yeah, you can, but you're gonna go through a deprogramming process.
But you can't come out of slavery
with a nationality. You have to.
Without a nationality.
No.
You have to have a nationality to come out of slavery.
Come out of slavery, you have to. Because as long as you.
But you were put in slavery with a nationality.
Yeah. How they put us in slavery?
For those of us who just got confused about that, could you clarify that, quantify that?
Would the brother mean where you can have a nationality put into slavery? Yes.
Right. Yeah. You understand? Let me make it more clear. Just like the Hebrew Israelites, they say we need to learn Hebrew.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, but we didn't agree with each other speaking Hebrew if they existed, because according to the context, and context is king.
It's key.
When we read the context, the Israelites disagreed while having a nationality and while having a language.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of confused in the thinking that it's going to solve something by speaking a language. It's going to solve something by having a nationality.
Nah, you're not going to.
Moors disagree with each other while having nationality.
Yes. You got to have a nationality.
So how does that get us out of slavery? How does that get us out of arguing? How does that get us out of the vulnerable positions that we're in?
Well, I'm going to say this. As far as like with the Hebrew Israelites, ISIS Israel, or ISIS Ra, you know.
Right, because it actually was the children of ISIS Ra and El that was put in slavery.
So
inside their own
That?
country.
That's us.
Inside their own
country.
According to the text.
So,
and real history follows the his code.
You gotta have, like, as far as with nationality among the human race or among the living, you have to have a nationality. Nationality ties you to your land and ties you to your culture. If you don't have a nationality, you have no land, you have no culture.
Okay.
You can't be taken into slavery while having a nationality. Everybody who was taken into slavery had a nationality at first.
Okay.
What they do to destroy that paradigm, because if you don't destroy that paradigm or that person knows who they are, they will always uprise. There will always be uprisings because that person knows who they are. So the people in power who may be taken over, they got tired of the uprising. So how can we solve this uprising? You got to deprogram. They would kill off all the warriors first, the men, or anybody that was.
And those who had any connection to your
or those
past.
who had any connection to your past, the elders. They went for the elders because the elders had a connection to the past. They went for the warriors
because they wanted virgin minds.
They wanted virgin minds.
Right.
They keep the women because women gonna conform. Because what? When we say about women, they're surviving. They want to survive. That's their natural thing. I'm not mad at that. So you kill off all the warriors, you kill off the elders, you have no direct tie to your nationality, you have no direct tie to your land.
Into your past.
Into your past. So
your
they
culture,
can program you however they want to program you. Take your nationality away and give you a status. Because that's what they do, and they give you a status of servitude,
back to when we started off, that straw man.
That straw man. That's what they do. They have to do it. Because you know who you are, the revolt in Haiti. That's where they fucked up at. Them people still knew who they were.
Right.
That's where they fucked up.
And they knew their past.
And they knew their past. And that's why they uprised like they did.
And they knew their connection in nature.
And Willie Lynch started sending them letters like, yo, gotta brainwash them, gotta put them against each other.
Right.
And that's what's going on. We don't have a nationality. We're nationality. We don't have it. We're cultureless.
So how do you go about filing the right paperwork, and where do you go file this paperwork at?
You want to file a claim of nationality or affidavit of nationality, and in that affidavit, you want to put the facts. You got to trace. You got to trace back who you were first, so you can place the facts. They're not going to rebut it. Once you trace your steps back, they're not going to be able to rebut it. They know. These corporations and the people running this stuff and running this thing, they know who you are. You don't. But once you find out and you write that affidavit of nationality, you send it to the National Treasury, you send it to the county register where you live at, IRS. You want to send a recession of taxpayer status.
That's called putting all parties on notice.
Putting all parties on notice. You want to receive from Social Security or revocation of Social Security. You can write it up any way you want.
Right.
Revoking, you want to revoke their power of attorney because right now they have power of attorney.
It's just like a breakaway letter.
It's just like a breakaway letter.
Yeah, right. That's what the Bill of Rights was.
You want to appoint yourself, your original. You got to honor your mothers and fathers. You got to get rid of that slave name.
Right.
You got to get rid of that. Those names belong to the Dutch.
Because you are who your forefathers were without contradiction or doubt.
Exactly. Y'all all know the Bible. Honor thy mothers and fathers till your days be long.
Right, upon this earth land.
On this earth. It's talking about your forefathers. It's talking about the people, mothers and fathers in your house, but it's talking about the ones who came
And
before
your
you.
heritage.
Your heritage.
Your creed.
You walking around, last name Williams, like that's my account or my straw man name, Drew Williams, Drew Harris Williams.
Okay.
I'm walking around conducting business in another man's name. Of course he can put liens on me and
Draft you into
draft
the war.
me and do what he want to do to me, because I'm still using this man's
And
name.
order you around.
I'm basically saying I'm his property.
Right. While saying I'm not.
While saying I'm not.
It puts you in a perpetual state of oxymoronic
Oxymoronic stuff.
mental behavior.
So you want to file a lien. You can file a lien. You don't have to do it. I really don't do the UCC. I really don't want nothing from these people. Just give me my freedom.
Right.
But for all you brothers who want to do the UCC and gain access to your trust account, you can do that.
Okay.
Send it to the National Treasury. You write a lien saying that you basically a commercial affidavit or administrative process to take control of your trust account.
Okay.
Your trust account is the name on your birth certificate. All
Okay.
capital letters.
All caps.
You can do that. And you'll be able to discharge and use credit and all that stuff. I don't get into all that. Another way you can do it is post office money orders backed by gold, baby.
Okay.
Dollar for dollar. You're backed by gold, non-negotiable.
Okay.
Go get a dollar money order. You can pay your bills with a dollar money order from the post office. But you gotta write a contract on it. That same contract commercial principle. So you can discharge like that. So I really don't get all involved in the UCC. So but you can do that, and you're basically putting them on notice. You're dissolving all the contracts that because all of them are void. You never signed anything. When you were born, you were incompetent. Your mother signed for you.
Right.
Father, or whoever.
And especially if they called you a minority.
A minority. Oh.
Because the root word of minority is a minor.
A minor.
A
Not
child
a minor.
incapable.
Boy. Ain't no boy.
Right. It's a new way to keep calling us boy and girl. Children. Incapable of making adult what?
Children. You know what somebody call me a children, especially of European descent, you know what I do? I correct them. I'm a man. You ain't gotta be mean or mad.
Right.
Just letting them know.
Right.
It's all a play on the mind, man. I'm keep telling you.
Okay, family. We appreciate you coming through. What's your attribute again?
Alchemy Auasar Ali.
All right. And you
out of the Tory or
are you a
Republic
Temple
of
Moor?
Virginia. No.
Okay, you out in the universe.
I'm in the universe, baby.
Okay.
You know what?
Another
I don't want to
subject.
take my brother's
You ready
time.
to go in
Subject.
again, eh?
Hey, man. That's good. Yo.
When you come back, will you
right.
promise us to go in on what you just got excited about?
Yo, man.
And tell the people how important it is to check out New Black World Order
Man,
TV.
you got to check out New Black World Order, man, because you're putting the information out there, and that's important.
This
You know what I'm saying?
weekend, we having
we having a
event
cookout.
at the grade school. At the grade school.
At the grade school, man.
Right. It's on 111 Lee Street.
111 Lee Street, man.
The 19th, 234.
Free food.
There's the flyer.
You got products, bring it. Talk to the brother. He'll let you know where you stand at.
We got enough food for 200 people. Y'all come through, and like he said, we got to start doing these things, providing that food, clothing, and shelter for our
And
people.
that food for thought, too.
Exactly. This is another New Black World Order TV production.
Signing out,
Ashe, Hotel, Islam Moor.
13.
Yes, sir.
13.
13. Life, no
Y'all already
doubt.
know. Let's keep it moving, man. Next time I holler at y'all, it came to the left, but you know what? I'll remember next time it come back.
It was about whether or not you're a Temple Moor or a Moor in the universe.
Hey, man.
That's his next subject.
That's my next subject. I'm going to touch on that, man, because everybody call you your brother ain't your brother, man. We gotta be righteous. You gotta be able to not see the veil. You gotta be able to see the spirit of a person, man.
Okay.
Because you'll miss a blessing following. We ain't crowns, baby.
No doubt. There we go.